Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It's the 1st of October as I'm doing this reading, a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here in South Africa, and hard to believe that we're in the last quarter of the year and the same old story has popped up again. And the same old story we have read on many times before here on this channel, Meghan Markle and her political aspirations. And of course, Senator Feinstein has finally passed away in California and her seat is open. A caretaker is required to serve out the remainder of her term. I think it's 13 months. And Governor Newsom has the power, the authority to appoint a caretaker senator, as I understand it. And then, of course, the elections proper will happen in due course. And then towards the end of next year, I think. And he has promised that he would appoint a black woman in Dianne Feinstein's place because they are underrepresented in the Senate. And of course, a certain name is being bandied about. Well, only really on the Daily Mail. And I view it as clickbait. It says that it's a long shot, but Meghan Markle is considering a run for office. Or is she considering a run for office? And the comment is that crazier things have happened, but given the state of politics in America, it's possible. That I'm paraphrasing very badly the article in the Daily Mail, which has now been picked up and is being spread around, and one suspects is clickbait, one suspects is a paid-for article by Madame herself to flag these fading hopes of an entry into politics. But of course this would be the perfect thing for her. She wouldn't have to run, she wouldn't have to collect that vast war chest that would normally be required, and she could serve out that term of office, swan about, get all the credit and none of the abuse that normally goes with these things, and then fade away whilst having checked that box. Yes, I was an active member of the political establishment. All a bit terrifying. I have read on her political aspirations many times on this channel. It always seems that she gets thwarted just in time. But I did also have a look at Gavin Newsom when the whole Getty story was going strong. And the first whisperings of this replacement or caretaker role in the time that it looked like Senator Feinstein might retire, step down. And it did look as if he had a weakness for Meghan Markle, that he viewed her as this tarot deck just collapses when I say that he viewed her more favorably than one might like, especially if one is a Californian and very worried about the direction things might be going in with Meghan Markle over there. So we're going to have a look. I think that was the Tower card that I just folded back into the deck. We're going to have a look at what's going on. Celtic Cross coming out, and just see what the likelihood is from Meghan's point of view, and how Gavin Newsom might feel about her as I haven't seen cards jump like this, as a possible candidate. So that's what we're doing today. And let's remind you, as I shuffle everything in, and I'm going to fold it in through again one more time, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. It is just energy that I read here. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. So is it time to pack your suitcase and flee to somewhere safer? Let's hope not. I know, as I say, you have your troubles, your political troubles and environmental troubles. I see horrible flooding in New York. Politics, always tricky at the moment. Everywhere seems to have trouble. We got the Ace of Swords. That's a bit of a relief, I have to say, because it's someone who's stuck. That's our underlying energy, the Eight of Swords. That is somebody who's stuck in a situation that they can't quite get themselves out of. They can't see the way out of. They lack the vision to get themselves out of the predicament that they are in. Hopefully that's Meghan Markle who's is stuck, and not Gavin Newsom who's stuck. But we'll see the situation, the heart of the thing. What are we dealing with from Meghan's point of view? What is going on? 9 of Wands in reverse. That doesn't look promising from her point of view. A sigh of relief from your point of view. There she is, the Leo. And the reason I picked these cards, and I don't think I've told you, have I told you that it's the Radiant Tarot? Forgot that. So much to try and remember in my little preamble. It's the Radiant Tarot, and I picked it because of the sun on the back, the Leo on the back. We've got a Leo that's showed up, but he's in reverse. 9 of Wands, but in reverse. That's somebody who's very vulnerable to attack. Somebody who has basically fallen over, given up, upright, making your last stand, battered and bruised, but defiant in the reverse. Can't really deal with the level of criticism and abuse coming her way, and really has just collapsed basically. So that's how she feels right now. So she's not feeling very positive about this. What in particular is the problem? What's crossing her, blocking her from standing? 5 of Wands in reverse. That's a defeat energy when the card is in reverse. It's a competition card. Squabbling birds here. You can see it's fighting. It's competition. It's dog eat dog kind of energy. Scrapping for position and power. But in reverse, defeated. She doesn't really have, with both of these cards at the heart of this reading, she doesn't have what it takes. The energy, the resources, the fight left in her to actually do this, even though it's a kind of a shoo-in thing. She wouldn't have to campaign as such, as far as I understand it. It's just an appointment and off you go. There you are. There are the keys to the kingdom. Help yourself. But it looks like she doesn't have the stomach for the fight, for the criticism. It would be an intense level of criticism, and even though she seems blissfully unaware of how much she's loathed, I think she thinks that the loathing is confined to haters, racists and all the rest of it. I think that this is real life criticism, people who would actually be scouring her bio, her past. She would be subject to a kind of scrutiny that I don't think she feels she can stand up to. So that's all very interesting energy there. What is going on behind the scenes? Was this planted? Was this paid for by her people to keep her name in the public consciousness and make the connection that she's potentially a powerful political contender without her actually having to go through with it? Because it doesn't look like she's got the stomach for it there. What's the story? How did this get picked up and started? Wow, we've got the Ten of Swords, but it's the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who is utterly defeated. Ten of Swords. Rock bottom card, traditionally it's called. Somebody who's ruined, but somebody who might be trying to crawl up, back on their feet, and to say, remember me, I'm not down yet. It's that Monty Python sketch, you know, of the arm cut off from the leg and the whatever, and I can still fight, defending the bridge. It's got that energy about it. I'm not down, I'm not finished. You can't write me off. I'm going to make the Daily Mail. I'm going to pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know how much you have to pay the Daily Mail to get something in there, but I'm gonna throw my name in the ring just because, so that people think that I'm still more powerful than I am. And let's see, does she really want this? And what's her focus? What's her goal? Does she want this? Page of Pentacles, she would like it. She would like the new start. She would like the money. I guess there's a nice pay deal there. A good package. I don't know, do you get security? I guess she would. She'd get the perks, and I think it's about the perks of the job that she would like there. It's not huge money. It's not forever money. It would only be 13 months. I don't know if the deal continues, if you get kind of benefits afterwards long term. I have no idea. But it's giving me that idea that it's something to do with the perks of the job that she would like. So it's not a no. She would have to learn stuff as well. Of course, it's the learning card, the student card, the Page of Pentacles. She'd be a newbie, and her ego might not take kindly to that, but it would be something that she could benefit from. She could benefit from that exposure to that world without having to advance too far into it, because it's very junior energy. It's not something that she's thinking now would be a forever job in current terminology. How about past attempts at gaining some kind of political status or support or getting in with the Democrats? How did that go? Six of Wands in reverse, failure, dismal failure. And we know she's been left out famously of the 60th birthday party a couple of years ago. She seems to have been shunned by the Clintons, the Bidens. So fail, and quite public, humiliating defeat with the Six of Wands in reverse has not gone well. Nothing to write home about, nothing to boast about, nothing to celebrate in the past. How about near future? What are we going to hear in terms of Meghan Markle and this Californian Senate position? Ooh, the devil. The devil. We're going to hear stuff. I don't want to look at that card. It's a truly awful depiction of the devil. For some reason, it's got really foul energy in a deck that's generally quite pretty, actually. But whoever designed this deck really got the energy of that card right there. A toxic situation, obsessive energy around their lives, hatred. Could stir up a lot of controversy. This little foray into the Daily Mail with the Ten of Swords in reverse, this attempt to resurrect her political aspirations just for the show of it, just for the perks of it, just to be in there. Now, I don't know if there's a Capricorn that could stand up on their hind legs and swat her down. You would know better than I if there was such a person around in that political arena who could swat her down. I'm frantically trying to think of a potential Capricorn that could get in her way or get in her face and cause trouble. But it's trouble. This is not something that's just going to go away quietly. It's going to cause trouble. It's going to stir things up. People might get quite heated about this, interestingly. How does Gavin Newsom view Meghan Markle as a potential senator? We got the Knight of Wands in reverse. That's somebody who's flighty, controversial, unreliable. Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody troublesome. Somebody who very volatile. Doesn't stay the distance. The Knight of Wands doesn't stay the distance. In and out, hot-headed, erratic. In it for show, not in it as a serious contender. So he does not see her as a serious contender with that Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody who might just move somewhere else, because the Knight of Wands tends to do that. It tends to disappear when you in reverse when you most need them. Then where are they? So no, he doesn't view her favorably. He doesn't see her as solid. He doesn't see her as somebody who would be well received, also with that Knight of Wands in reverse, read with that devil energy. That no, this would cause trouble. And we've got someone who's trouble here, who feels that they're in trouble. I think that's her energy, but it could also be his energy, that he might feel himself, he's got himself into a bit of a pickle, but she too feels that she's stuck and she can't really maneuver her way into a situation that she might have, even a year ago, found quite easy to maneuver her way into. But how times have changed all through her own fault, her bad choices, her mocking of the royal family, her focusing on hate and venom rather than reconciliation and building bridges. She spent a lot of time and energy just blowing them up. What pressure is she under right now? The tower, yeah. Her life is falling apart. We know that because of the Ten of Swords down there. That's what's going on at the root of this reading. Life is falling down. structures are collapsing that were built on very unstable foundations. Her networking that she Freudian slip did, Gloria Steinem and all of that, she didn't treat those people in the way they needed to be treated. She showed up with the wrong energy. Very destructive energy. We've got two very destructive cards here with the Devil and then the Tower. She's viewed as toxic, as dangerous, as somebody who can bring something down. I think dangerous to the point that she could cause quite a collapse in the political fortunes of the people who are around her, who would be around her if she were appointed, or if this went any further. So that's interesting. So people see her for what she is. It's not just us crazies here in this little world, allegedly the hater world, the unpopular opinion world. No, it's a widespread view of her as being toxic and dangerous and destructive. Hopes and fears, we're viewing it from Megan's point of view. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. This is fearing that people don't want to work with her, don't want to collaborate with her, don't want to support her. People that I think in the past she could possibly have counted on aren't interested. And this is really the theme of these readings that I'm doing today, of ex-supporters. And I think people in the Democrat side of things in America are ex-supporters of Meghan Markle. And we're going to look at the Clooneys next, who seem to have dropped the Parkles as well. And so she does fear that nobody would support this if she did actually try and do something real. Everything she's done so far has been bought with Harry's money, being bought with her royal connections. She's got through other people. She's got through her father. She's got through her previous husband. She's got through her current husband and his very powerful family. She hasn't accomplished anything really ever on her own. She needs a team to support her, that scaffolding around her, and she fears she won't have it. And she's right to fear that because of the Tower and the Devil. But how is this going to go ultimately? Her political ambitions, can we write them off again as we have before? Or is there something that might come out of this? Big sigh of relief. The 4 of Cups is rejection. Indifference, apathy. She's going to be met with apathy. People are just going to be, who's she? Do we care about her? She doesn't excite us. She doesn't inspire us. We can't be bothered to support her, follow her. She's got nothing to offer that we're interested in. Huge sigh of relief, as I said. It looks like it's going to fail, this attempt at resurrecting her political career, at retrieving her fortunes. It's interesting color-wise, energy-wise. Those 2 cards go together. Quite interesting. There is going to be energy in there, toxic energy that people are going to get agitated about. Interestingly. Capricorn. Am I right to say Michelle Obama is a Capricorn? Could she step in and say, hell no? Anyway, we'll leave that there. Some interesting cards have come up. Her current position, her state of being, is not good at all with the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse. The only slightly positive card here is her perspective of this and her wishes. Her focus would be that Page of Pentacles, some cash, some security, some perks, maybe fancy car, drive around, maybe get to fly on Air Force One after all. But for the rest of it, she's viewed very toxic. The Devil, the Tower. Gavin Newsom doesn't view her as a contender. Knight of Wands in reverse. Erratic, unreliable, treacherous, disloyal, all of that energy. Difficult. Wands in reverse, always difficult, combative, aggressive, not good energy. And so there is the reading, and thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.